flock every year to the holy city in Jerusalem, it's a much lonelier road to Shingo. No pilgrims on the path to enlightenment, no hordes of heathens selling fake crowns of thorns. Just a view that may well have remained unchanged for a couple of thousand years. The billboard says Shingo Village, hometown of Christ. Now, if you were raised a Catholic like me, or a Christian of any sort, you might remember being told how Jesus Christ died on the cross nearly 2,000 years ago on a hill outside Jerusalem. Well, there's another version of events, one that puts a very different ending on the greatest story ever told. Just the man to tell me is local historian, 80-year-old Genji Kosaka. Today he's taking me to meet someone that Bible class didn't cover, a direct descendant of Jesus Christ. 76-year-old garlic farmer Toyoji Sawaguchi isn't the least Christ-like. He dabbles in the Buddhist and Shinto religions and is ambivalent about his famous bloodline.
何とも私は言いません。まあ、そのように任せます。
この人はあまりこの季節の関係しなかったわけ。お父さんがもう最初から一生懸命に、やっておって。
It was the eyes, it seems, that gave it away.
その騒ぎ家を見た場合にですな、この人のお父さんもこの通り顔も外人にこう似てるわけですし、それよりもこの人のお父さん、それから妹さんはですね、この瞳が青かったわけです。
And what self-respecting Mediterranean ancestor would forget his odd drop of vino?
これは外国から来た人たちの説明のよりは、これはブドウをこれにあげて、そしてこうやってブドウとかそういうものを
何年かすら不思議なことがあるんだけども、まあ私は研究はわからない。まあ私の先祖の突然だから、まあ何年かつらいがあるかとも思いますけども。
Just when I'm thinking the only holy thing around here is the story, Mr. Kosaka agrees to take me to a hillside on Mr. Sawaguchi's property where Jesus Christ is buried.
ここのお墓は偉い人のお墓であるから大切にしなさいと言われて、沢口さんがそれを守ってきているわけですよ。ここがキリストの墓になってるんです。ちょうどここになって、これがキリストの墓ってことになって。
It's not quite how I imagined Calvary, but there's a greater shock to come. なぜ2つありますか？
こちらが弟のイスキリのお墓になっております。こちらが弟の
Sure, not only did Jesus die in Japan, he also had a brother. Like all good mysteries, this one involves an ancient scroll. A copy is now housed in the Christ Museum next to the gravesites.
これが竹内古文書の一部なんですけれども、昭和6年に古文書の中に、こういうものが青森県の平井村の野地立というところにあるというのが見つかったから。
Well, that's torn it for the Christians. The Romans got his brother by mistake.
日本名を虎井太郎大天空と言ったことから虎井塚。左はキリストの身代わりになって十字架にかけられた弟のイスキリの耳と聖母マリアの。
After leaving his brother to take the rap, Jesus escaped to Japan. It seems it was his second coming. According to the information on this notice board, Jesus Christ first came to Japan when he was 21 years old, and he studied as an apprentice under a Shinto priest. That's where he got all his ideas from. According to local legend, when he returned, he married a local girl called Miyuko. He fathered 3 daughters, and when he died at the ripe old age of 106 of natural causes, he was bald. It seems extraordinary that a town of non-Christians should be so taken with Christ. But there's a very good reason for Shingoites to believe. After all, this sleepy village doesn't have much else going for it. Just the racy go-kart track and the big rock, imaginatively called the Big Rock. So once a year, Christ really is celebrated as a saviour of the local tourist business. All the town fathers gather solemnly, and a Shinto, not Christian, ceremony is held. This too is part of the mystery. While the local women dance, they sing a song which has no meaning in Japanese, but has been passed religiously from generation to generation. One might think the mystery would be easily solved with a shovel.
この掘ることにつきましては三月さんにお願いしてみたんですけれども、三月さんとすればもうこれはもうどちらにしても依頼者のお墓であるんだからそれを掘るっていうことはどうもさせたくないと。
Well, it's not the traditional bread and wine, but I've got my noodles, I've got my Christ's hometown sake, and my Christ's hometown toffee. And I think I've discovered what Christ's festival really means to the locals. It's a good excuse to get out on a fine day and partake.